Hi there, Bala. It's Andrew here. Thanks for submitting your first essays, and my apologies for the delay in sending them back to you. As you're probably aware, we've had quite a stressful few days here in Manchester. But now we're back at work. Let's get straight to it and read through your essays sentence by sentence and offer you the corrections that you need to get up to the band that you want. So first of all, I would say communication is very important in building strong bonds within the family. We don't need to refer to it as a mechanism. We can just say that it's very important in building strong bonds within the family. So I would say for here that we need to smooth this sentence out a little bit. We could say, although today's world presents many changes to lifestyle as compared to a few decades ago, I disagree with the statement that communication is reduced between family members. This essay will describe my point further with examples to prove how communication has increased in the family. Firstly, although the modern world presents many distractions and a faster pace of life, humans remain attached to their peers. Actually, we could just leave it at that. Humans remain attached to their peers. Or we could say humans remain attached to their peers due to technological advancements. Let's not use contractions in academic writing. Contractions are to smooth speech only, but academic writing needs to be full and literal and precise. As well, we need to speak about these ideas in an objective and detached manner. Not only is this a contraction, but it personalizes the essay, because it means let us. So it refers to the people. And what we want to do is refer as much just to the ideas as possible. So if we're going to say this, we could say, more specifically, the perception that people's time is consumed by platforms such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter is misguided. For example, a recent research study by the Institute of People's Psychology Studies in the USA revealed that with the help of mobile phones, people are able to communicate with their peers via text message, and then we could use a semicolon. So a semicolon separates two distinct sentences that are related to one another. So talking about communicating via text message, and then using a semicolon, and then say, a particularly interesting fact that was revealed was that people who normally find it difficult to express their emotions found text messaging and the use of emotive icons to be incredibly helpful. Furthermore, families in which different members are separated by distance can maintain their bonds by communicating through Skype or other similar platforms. Hence, the bonds between family members or communication between family members has increased, strengthening bonds further. Secondly, many modern schools teach children about the importance of family bonds or family relationships. This is exemplified in the fact that many schools around the world encourage the practice of parent-teacher meetings. In these forums, teachers and parents discuss together the progress of their children from a variety of perspectives, including academic performance, behavior, and social understanding. During this process, the importance of interpersonal relationships, particularly within the family, is taught to children. That would be better. Thus, from the above examples, it is clear that communication has increased within the family, and may continue to do so for future generations due to the education that children receive on the advantages of close personal relationships. So I was mainly editing there for formality of language. There were a few phrases, such as close-knit, that are a little bit informal for academic writing. So I think for this, especially for this first paragraph, a lot of the sentences could have been reduced and condensed, and that's what we'll focus on going forward. But let's move on to your next essay. So first of all, we don't need this comma here. We can just say, although reading assists in the acquisition of knowledge and wisdom, one cannot ignore the fact that more enjoyable activities provide many more learnings. Engaging with fun-filled activities with children, so kids is far too informal, we must always use children or young people. Engaging in fun-filled activities with children enables them to improve creativity and hone new skills better than by reading alone. This essay will describe with examples why learning and imagination is developed better while working with children on more enjoyable activities than reading. Primarily, or firstly, either's good. Reading books and articles leads one to be more academically biased, whereas more enjoyable activities I would say that we need a better, because working on school assignments is not an enjoyable activity really. When this essay asks about enjoyable activities, it's talking about things like video games and sports, things that are incredibly engaging and fun. So working on school assignments, if you're talking specifically about creative or building or making assignments, then you should refer to those exactly. So we could say, whereas enjoyable activities with children, such as sports or creative endeavours, endow much more practical experience. For instance, schools in the USA assign students projects in summer holidays for which they require assistance from parents. In order to complete these, parents have to do research and fieldwork so we need to refer to these separately. We could say parents must research things like public transportation systems or do fieldwork such as visiting museums. Also, I never like to see etc. in academic writing because it just says there was something else to write here, but I didn't write it. Always give all information. Don't use ambiguous terms. The learning obtained from these activities is more in-depth and practical. Therefore, such involvement is more advantageous in the gathering of knowledge. Secondly, engaging with children in outdoor activities like sports or games. We can remove this, so we could just say, engaging with children in outdoor activities such as sports and games demands more physical exertion and helps one to be fit and healthy, as well as improving creativity. For example, in India, parents who play cricket with their children have recently created new rules and regulations. Full stop. These new guidelines amended the game so that it was suitable for smaller playgrounds. A clearly creative endeavour. Therefore, it is clear that playing a variety of games improves reflexes and mental sharpness. To conclude, given the above examples, I completely agree with the fact that one obtains more learning and skills from activities that are more enjoyable than reading alone. So my main point for you would be to focus on the use of prepositions. I think that really would be my primary target. A better understanding of prepositions could bring your work significant improvements. Whether the ball is on, from, or in the cat is very important. But I'll send these over to you immediately, get them over as quickly as possible, and I will correct those too. The best thing for you to do is work through and correct your own work using the suggestions I've given, and study the differences. It's this that will reveal to you the work that must be done in the future before sitting the exam. Once again, sorry for the late sending back. We are completely back on track now, and I have cleared the backlog, so we can get straight back to effectively moving through your work. I look forward to your next essay, Bala. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye for now.